Hello and welcome, my Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your Path of True Love reading for November 2019. I am your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short, president of Drawing the Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and really honored to be doing this work in this way, considering I worked in classrooms and lecture rooms for the majority of my career, doing clients at my house, making house calls, reading at different places all over Long Island. It's really cool. This is my new life, and I've embraced it, right? Very Sagittarian, right? Let's expand. Let's move into new terrain. I'm there. A couple of things before we dive in. The Path of True Love readings are about you. Even if other people are indicated, even if you know exactly who that person is, it's fine. There's somebody on your path and you are on their path. Also, the Path of True Love need not always all the time be about romantic, sexual forms, right? It can be, it's every relationship in your life that comes and goes like weather and bloat, right? That they are all there to help you heal, learn, grow. In other words, the Path of True Love is your spiritual path, your healing path, your growth path, your hero's journey through the archetypal lens of your relationships in terms of you becoming true love. And that's sort of the joke, or I'll say the paradox of the whole thing. We are true love. We are unconditional love, but that's something that we reach for, have to practice. The path is the obstacle course. It is the labyrinth, right? That guides, that you find your way through with the golden thread of hope, right? So everything in this world is happening for us, not to us. It's happening to teach us so that we learn, so that we grow. So everything is here to help us. We don't have to like it. We don't have to enjoy it. But if we can acknowledge it, at least that begins to integrate into the subconscious that somehow this is serving me. I don't know how. But usually when you make that sort of intention, it's like, I intend to see how this, it's in retrospect usually. You go, oh, that emotional storm cleared me, cleared my head, cleared my heart, cleared my field for now, right? So there's that. Also, we're going to be doing Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine in this, two different decks to do that. One for the Divine Feminine, one for the Divine Masculine. But these are your own Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine energies within yourself, bringing them into balance. Because as you balance and wed those two, it changes every relationship in your life, regardless of what form it is. It's just how it is. It's like the third dimensional illusion of separation coming from the fifth dimensional place of unity consciousness, right? What else? This is a general read. It's not going to be for everybody. In these collectives, as I have been doing them, sometimes I'm tuning to hundreds of people, sometimes I'm tuning to thousands of people, sometimes I'm tuning to hundreds of thousands of people. I am a Virgo sun, but I'm a Pisces moon, and the moon is in Pisces right now while I'm doing this. So if it doesn't click, it's just not your reading. Maybe there are parts of it, like even if it's 25%. I mean, we're only picking 7 cards, 1 each from 7 decks. So go check your other signs. I always do at least Sun, Moon, Rising, but for anything relationship oriented, really all of my readings are essentially Path of True Love based. That's the book I'm working on. Oh, and I have a 5-class workshop series on my Vimeo on demand. The link is in the box below. So yeah, if it's not yours, take what resonates, right? You hear that all the time on YouTube. Take what resonates. Yeah, there may be pieces of the puzzle. So general read, we'll see what else pops up, right? I think I've done enough exposition, don't you? We're going to start with the Caroline Myss archetype decks. All the decks that I read in total, I don't use them for every single reading, are at the bottom of the description box. But there's a lot of good stuff in my description box. My 2 ebooks that I wrote are on there. You get them on my website. The links will take you right to the page where there's reviews on my website. There's a lot of cool stuff on my website. That website is a fucking miracle. I love that thing. And yeah, I curse. Oh yeah, to my new people, if you're watching me for the first time, please do like and subscribe. I'm trying to get my numbers up to 1,000 so I can do super live chat. Oh my God, Sagittarius, don't you want me to do super live chat? I'm so used to talking across the table to somebody. I'm so used to talking in a classroom. So like I have a Words of Grace Facebook group that I do occasional grace streams on, usually on a Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, Eastern Daylight, I guess we are now. So we do that. We chat back and forth, and sometimes I'll do readings, but it's all about the my book, Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, which saved my life. I was writing that this time last year. We got it out at Yule Winter Solstice. Jill, wherever you are, my editor, I love you. So yeah, super live chat, shooting for that. And for my subscribers, thank you so much. I hope me achieve a goal here that I didn't even know I was ever going to want to achieve. So let's dive in. Breathe, really important for all of these readings, particularly Mercury retrograde. Breathe. You're breathing, and you don't even have to imagine it. You don't even have to, visualize it. But every time you inhale, you're bringing in the chi, the prana, the divine will, the whatever you want to call it, Reiki, Shmeiki, Eggs, and Bakey. Bringing you everything you need in that inhale, and exhaling everything that's ready to be released in that moment. And you're not going to inhale everything you need all at once for your whole life, just like you're not going to exhale everything that needs to go all at once in your life. Cool. So please breathe. I'll try and remind myself, because I find myself when I watch the playback of these videos in the editing process, I'm 100 miles an hour. I talk fast anyway. I'm a soul number 3. Plus Leo rising, Mars conjunct. So, yeah, I'm a talker. I'm a verbal artist, very throat chakra defined, but my second chakra is rather sparkly too. So let's do this. Breathe. You want to deepen the breath, deepen the exhale. The inhale is a natural responsive depth. My collective pantheons of angels, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved, please one card in clarity for this Sagittarian collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign on the path of true love for October 2019. What is the dominant archetype that would be best for them to focus on in terms of evolving the soul power within that archetype? From shadow to light, alchemizing it from lead to gold. Please, for this Sag collective, what's their dominant archetype on the path of true love for November? Ooh, the Avenger! Oh, are you wearing spandex? I'm a DC boy. I'm a Wonder Woman. Can you tell? I'm a wonder child, right? But the Avenger, this is the action family of archetypes, so the very divine masculine in that sense. But let's have a look-see-dooksy. Usually I read the light, then the shadow, for ever since those Samhain reads. Aren't those Samhain reads? Something else, Samhain, Mercury retrograde, go watch it if you haven't. I do playlists for all of the zodiac signs, so it's very easy to find stuff. Virgo. So let's read the shadow here. Ready? The shadow attribute of the Avenger, right? Like the word revenge. Resorting to violence in the name of a cause. Now, Sagittarians are not exactly not known for that. Okay, there's a couple of double negatives in there. So resorting to violence, right? It's like if you're going to avenge somebody, right? That's like anti-hero. Oh, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1234. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just saying. So that violence need not always be physical, I'm hearing. It can be emotional violence. It can be mental violence. That rather than doing the light, you're doing the shadow in terms of actually doing more harm than good. You become a villain. The light attribute. Desire to balance the scales of justice. Righteousness on behalf of society or oneself, right? So it's definitely about taking action, but with a desire to balance the scales of justice. Maybe you're a second waver. The first wavers are the divine feminines usually. In terms of empathic, we are clearing the yin, right? We're loving what rises. We're doing the interior work. Highly intuitive, you get the vibe. The second wavers are the social justicers, right? They're creating change on the outside. Now, they need each other in the sense because the divine feminines are laying the energy work, right? Completing the grid, clearing the collective unconscious on the inside from emotional baggage and pain and stress and trauma and the feeling of being traumatized, right? So that the divine masculines, the second wavers, can go in there and like break down what needs to break down in physical form, helping to anchor fifth dimension into third, unity, and to really absorb the illusion of separation, duality, and of course creating new systems in their place. The third wavers are those that are getting their consciousness from their devices and technology. Go watch Matt Kahn. He's an amazing teacher. Boy, did he clarify that. Oh, I'm just having flashbacks to the 90s working with a certain spiritual teacher I worked for, not with. Never again. Never again will I work for. I will only work with. It's not equal partnership. Go pound sand. Okay, so let's ask the angels. This is the dominant energy. This is like the main card. Everything will go back to that. Really, every other card is a clarifier. Wait do you see the new deck that I brought in if you haven't watched one of the earlier ones. Breathe. See, you feel my energy ramping up? Just take a deep breath. Brings me right back into flow. Moon is in Pisces, and that's what I want to connect with here, my Piscean moon. 8th house too. Talk about collective reader. Okay, my angels, there you are. Please, one card in clarity for this Sagittarian collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love for November 2019. Considering we've got the Avenger here from the collective of the Pantheons, what say you? My angel, healing, excellent. Excellent. So already in terms of the Avenger, right? It's like this is about healing this, about bringing this from lead to gold. Usually when someone is coming from a toxic place of revenge, it's something that they need to heal within themselves. Hence, you know, justice on behalf of society or oneself. Justice is about balance. Healing is about balance. So let's see what else pops up. But that's a great combo there. The celestial voices of the angels are saying this is an avenger of healing, for healing, in healing. On the path of true love. Oh, so now we're going to do the divine feminine using the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Oh, by the way, the angel deck is Healing with the Angels Oracle, Doreen Virtue. I do just like to call out, right? These people gave their work, gave their energy, their creativity. You should know who they are, right? So we're going to ask the goddesses, and we're going to do with a different deck, the gods for the divine masculine energy. Here we go. This feels so good already. Breathe. My goddesses, please, one card in clarity for this Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun. On the path of true love for November 2019, please, a card for this Sagittarian Avenger. What's going on in their divine feminine energy within them? Oh, well, Two of Flames. Now, people want to say Two of Flames, Two of Swords, that it's about indecision, but it's more about having this creative spark. It's like, well, do I want to invest that here, or do I want to invest that there? Sometimes you can do both. That's like juggling fire, like fire jugglers. But in the divine feminine, it's the intuitive part of perhaps feeling not exactly conflict, but pulled in two different directions, both that feel good. Right, in terms of the Avenger, right, we always have to bring it back to the archetype. It's like, well, I could do it this way. Oh, this could be light or shadow. It's like, well, I could go in there and burn the fucking house down, or I can do this in a healing way, right? So a lot of fire in there, and that you're a fire sign. But that's inner, right? That's the yin. That's the back and forth, the juggling of fires, and even creativity. Like, oh, I have this passion. This, how do I bring that into balance so that I can move on to the 3, right? Let's ask the gods. Mythic Tarot. God, we love the Mythic Tarot. My gods, please, one card in clarity for this Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love for November 2019. Please, an indication, a card for this Sagittarian Avenger. What's going on in their divine masculine energy? That was fast. Oh, and the Hanged Man. Hang out. Your divine masculine saying, the gods are saying, divine masculine, hang out, do not take action yet. There needs to be a sacrifice of a point of view here, that there's something here. I'm also hearing, wait on the will of heaven. You'll know what to do. You will know what to do. Yes, the inspiration is there. Yes, the fire is there, but what is the fuel in the fire? Is it love or is it fear? Is it lead or is it gold? Is it light or is it shadow, right? Hang out. Now, I don't have to say this to any Odinists or the Asatru, they know. Odin plucked out one eye, hung himself upside down on Yggdrasil, the world tree, to see things differently. I mean, literally plucked out an eye, and was given the runes, right, among other visions and gifts. So maybe this is not necessarily a descent into the underworld for the divine masculine, but it is like being put on pause, sacred pause, like, boop. Make some popcorn. Watch the movie. Yeah? Yeah, so, you know, for Sagittarians, that's usually not comfortable for you. You want to take action, you want to move ahead, but with the Hanged Man, it also feels like something is pecking away at you. This is Prometheus, who stole fire from the gods to give to man. They hung him upside down on a rock, and I think it's a vulture. Oh God, I can't believe I don't remember the bird. I think it's probably a vulture. Came and pecked at his liver, right, which would grow back, right? So something that this might be something that's been going on. Okay, here's the download. Here's the download. Oh, download. That's so fun. Oh, I'll do it. Oh, no, I won't do a video series on that. But for the Avenger, this is something that's happened again and again and again and again and again. So really, to go within and say, well, if everything, remember I said everything's here to help us? Well, if this is here to help me, why does it keep happening? What am I not getting? What am I not healing? So look, go ahead, embrace the feelings of violence within you, just don't act on them. Love them, love what rises. It's that child inside of you that remembers every single imbalance and injustice every time it gave 100% and got zilcho in return, right? And seeing that out in the world going on, it's triggering you like fuck. So think cause and effect instead of cause and effect. That's a hangman moment. That there's something inside of me, my soul, my archetypal power of the Avenger, which is, yes, like a superhero in that sense that the hero archetype is radically different. Yeah, my contact lens just did like a full revolution in my eye. You gotta like see this differently. Then if this is repetitive, then this is something I came into this life to heal, right? And that anger, that rage, that violence, that righteous indignation, oh, there's a good word, right? Hear it, give it voice. Breathe it, love it, embrace it. Thank you. I love that you want to balance the scales. I love that you want justice, because that is a piece of the higher self that doesn't remember it's the higher self, right? It's that child so angry, because the higher self isn't angry, but when the soul came into the body, it came in to integrate that and not let it run the show. Don't let a child drive, right? Let's ask the Masters what this is about. If you're not familiar with the Ascended Masters, they're essentially souls just like us, no different, that incarnated, did what they came here to do, learned what they came here to learn, like going to college, got their PhD, graduated, and masters, right? They've master's degrees in humanity, like not the humanities, I mean of being human. That they remembered who they were while they were here, and they reach back down through the dimensional levels to us in the third and fourth, and most of us in the fifth. I spent a good chunk of my day in the fifth dimension considering this. See, doesn't that make sense? My whole career had to change last year. So, right? And it's like, it was horrible. It was dark night of the soul from hell. Winter and Christmas in the underworld. Yule in the underworld. It was horrible. And thank God for my friends and family who were really there for me. But now I look back, and I was like, as unjust as that situation was, now what I'm doing is because of the work that I'm doing now, the shift in my career, I am balancing the scales within myself, and I am in the fifth dimension more than the third. Rock and roll. I still run errands. I still go food shopping. I still have lovers. I still do everything. I don't do everything. Well, I still do the same things, but in a very, very different way, right? So, I was in the Hangman for a while, right, not knowing, and it's okay to not know. So now we're going to ask the Masters, please. There you are, my Masters. Please, one card in clarity for this Sagittarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love. What is going on with them, considering the Avenger archetype, healing, the Two of Flames, and the Hanged Man? Oh, right at the top, this one. Oh, giving oneself, right? Well, there's the action family of archetypes with the Avenger. That there's really this thing of wanting to give of yourself, giving of yourself to one who is perhaps in pain and suffering, and giving what? In the card, your love, right? So this is something that can be done from a distance while you are in this Hangman phase. This is what you do. You think of the person, the situation, whatever it is, and whatever rises inside of you, you go, okay, kid, I love you. I'm so sorry that happened. It's very Ho'oponopono. If you want to study Ho'oponopono, Zero Limits is how I was introduced to it. But then I took a workshop with Dr. Hugh Len. If you're familiar with it, you know what I'm talking about. If not, H-O''O''P-O''N''O''P-O''N''O', right? Ho'oponopono. But it is essentially loving what rises. That was totally reframed by the spiritual teacher Matt Kahn that I talk about a lot. He's amazing. I've never met him. I'm not getting any kickbacks. I think he's just awesome. He's redefined so much right at a time in my life where my old interpretation stopped serving. And that's where a lot of us are. The things that used to work, the belief systems, our ways of doing things got us to this point. We're valuable. But now we're up level. We're leveling up, just like in a video game, right? So this wanting to give of yourself, give love, may you be blessed. Once that comes up, whatever it is, you say, may you be blessed. I bless your heart. I love you. And then for the one who you feel like is being victimized, sabotaged, whatever it is that you want to balance the scales, those who have been given injustice, try the superpower of, may you be blessed with all that you need. May you be blessed with love. I love you. May you be blessed. May you be blessed with justice. May you be blessed with divine justice for the well-being of all. And so it is. That I used to say, for the highest good and harming none, as I will it, so let it be done, like straight out of Charmed. I'm really good with rhyming couplets. My spells always work, just not always the way I expect them to. Oh, go read my book, Spell Ingredients. It's in the links below. So the words. But that's why, for the well-being of all, for the highest good of all concern. Well, I don't know what the highest good for all concern is. Maybe getting walloped in the ass over and over and over again is for the highest good of all concern, and then it is. But for the well-being of all, it puts it in that context that everything is here to help us, to bring us into well-being, though a rough fucking ride it can be. Let's ask the higher selves of all involved. Oh, that was the Chuck Spezzano love pack. Baby love pack. Love, baby. And that's where it's at. Yeah. This is the whispers of love that the higher selves of all involved speak through. So let's do this. This is from your higher self and the higher self of anybody else involved here. Breathe. The higher selves of all involved, please, one card in clarity for the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love for November 2019, please. For the Sagittarian Avenger, where the angels are talking about healing and the goddesses are talking about the divine feminine being in the Two of Flames, and the gods are talking about the divine masculine within this Sag as the Hanged Man, and the masters are talking about giving of oneself. What say you? Can you give us some clarity on all of this for this Sagittarian Avenger? Appreciate this moment. I got this last night for my own stuff because it was a good day yesterday, but I was just like, so some things were left unresolved and I just couldn't think about them anymore. My Pisces moon was just like, can we please just Netflix and chill alone, right? Hermit mode. And so I got this card. Appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. So you can appreciate the truth that somehow this is all happening to help me. Everything's here to help me. It's not happening to me. It's happening for me. This is soul contract. Okay, I can appreciate that, but I don't have to like it, right? But that's why even that giving the love, even if from a distance, while you're hanging upside down, right, on Yggdrasil, on the rock of Prometheus, having your liver pecked out, that love is your answer here. And this situation that you are in on the path of true love is to make you grow and find love, but to give yourself the love that only you can give you. Makes sense? Now, ladies and gentlemen, for the path of true love readings, massages, we got the journey of love. Now, I picked up this deck in Saratoga maybe 3-4 weeks ago. I went to visit Zeus and Hera, my stepfather and my mom up in Saratoga. Had a lovely time. It was just for a weekend. But I stopped by the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs. Hi, Veronica. I don't think you're a Sagittarius, but if you know her, I love Veronica and her daughter and just the whole staff there. They're so great. I do read on there. I am going back for the holidays. So I told Veronica I'd like to come and read for a day or two while I'm down there because I might take an extended break. I'll still be recording, but, you know, it would be fun to do that. So this journey of love, I've only been using it in these readings, and the True Lovers Collective reading that I put out a couple of days ago. which was great. I loved that reading. But for my own personal process, every single card that ever came up about anything I've asked so far has just been like, oh my God, like right to the heart. Spoke to the soul. It was like my soul was speaking. So this is The Journey of Love, Alana Fairchild, who is the author of the book, Rasuli, who I believe is the artist who designed the cards, and Richard Cohn, C-O-H-N, who is, I believe, the poet. So I'm going to read him from the book because I don't have them memorized. I will eventually because I'm doing this. But I trust the divine, right? The collective pantheons to get us the card, and they're just amazing. And they really speak the language of the soul. So breathe, please. Look, you're going to breathe anyway, but just to be aware of it, because your breath is your constant companion. It's always there, right? Even when you lose your breath, you soon catch your breath, or it catches you. My collective pantheons of angels, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, one card in clarity for the Sagittarian collective sun and rising Venus sign on the path of true love for November 2019. The Avenger, who's healing, who's feeling in the divine feminine, that two of flames, who's experiencing in the divine masculine, the hanged man on sacred paws, really, this is about giving oneself really to attain mastery. Oh, that's a new way of looking at that. And the higher self saying, just appreciate this moment, that this situation has an opportunity to grow and to love. So what say you, please, my collective pantheons, for this Sag Avenger top card? Beauty. B to the E to the A to the U to the T-Y. Beauty. I am body beautiful. And you have to be a queen if you want to be with a king. Number 58. Do 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 do. Skipped right by it. There we go. 58. Beauty. Breathe. To celebrate the divine feminine is to honor her beauty, her endless bounty, and abundant creativity. You are a vehicle of her beauty. This is radiance that has nothing to do with soul-destroying cultural stereotypes based on physical appearances. Wow, does that trigger the Avenger or what? It is the radiance that comes from feeling beautiful within, of allowing all that you are to shine through you and be witnessed in the world. You are being asked to let the inner beauty become one with your physical self. You don't have to change the way you look to become more of the divine beauty that you are. You just need to change the way you look at yourself. Behold the divine within you. You are in the process of healing. You are in the process of healing past wounds about your appearance, your body, and your sexuality. Finding purity in all of yourself and becoming ready to share that with others, right? It's like you're getting ready. This is all about leading by example and leading with love and avenging with love, divine justice. Sorry, lost my place. Finding purity in all of yourself, becoming ready to share that with others in a deeper and more open way, without shame or self-criticism. Take your time and fall in love with what you are. Then you can become not the victim of others' own projected shame. Study psychological projection. It's so, just read Course in Miracles if you like. It's in there. But the love necessary for the shame of the world to heal. This is your superpower. This is your Avenger power, right? Your beauty is part of it. And this is talking about your inner beauty and letting it out instead of shielding it against those who might be coming for you because they're projecting their own shame onto you. This oracle indicates a significant change in self-perception. Man. Taking place within you. An ability to love and accept yourself more completely than you ever have before, quite simply because you have grown and there is more divinity awakened in your heart than ever before. The nature of the divine is love, and you are realizing that you don't have to change to be beautiful. Allow this development to grow swiftly and embrace your uniqueness, beloved. You are an exquisite flower in the heavenly garden. So the divine feminine is like, well, I want it, but well, what if? But what if? What if they come for me? I better sharpen my claws. No, you're going to come through with love. You're going to love the beauty within yourself. You're going to find that things that happened to you are in the past, the injustices were beautiful in a way that they served you to get you to this point. Let's read you the poem. These are usually the ones, I mean, people have even commented going, oh my God, that poem. Breathe. How many times I've looked in your eyes and sailed away beyond my dreams to a sheltered thought on a quiet beach where the sand is soft as flour. May you never know this place, and someday when you look in my eyes, I will tell you. Let's put this together. We've got the Avenger archetype here to refresh your memory in the shadow, resorting to violence in the name of a cause. I get it, believe me. Vengeance possessed me a couple of days ago, and I loved myself through it. I didn't act on it, but woo! The healing as a result. Light attribute, desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. But to do that with healing, right? That's how you're gonna get your justice here, is through healing you and healing the divine feminine in terms of what? Her beauty, right? And saying, and look, if you're, this is not about bodily gender. Everybody has masculine and feminine energies, but this could be the indecision, the creative conflict. Do I feel this way? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? Inside, she's sort of going back and forth on that, but preparing for this. Just to say, sweetheart, that's beautiful. I love you. Take your time. This is not a race, right? And it's not a race. You're in sacred pause and you're divine masculine there. You're hanging out, but remember, be willing to see things differently. You know, I'm both a student and a teacher, of course, in miracles. I have been for a really long time. And really, the prayer for a miracle, you can say, oh, God, give me a miracle, but usually you're looking for an external miracle. This is the one that heals, right? Heals on the inside. Help me see this differently. Help me see this differently. Forgive them. They know not what they do. Look, I'm a witch that just gave you Jesus. Truth is truth, right? And then to give of yourself, right? Like, that's part of it. It's like you don't know what to give, but what are you giving? Your beauty. And I know I'm doing these cards out of order, right? You're giving yourself that love, that beauty, that allowing that divine feminine to radiate, that beautiful two of flames as it builds into a 3, a 4, a 5, all the way, you know, into a bonfire, an inferno of beauty. That to do that, your higher self is saying, appreciate this moment. Appreciate this moment, because there is an opportunity for growth, for love, for healing, so that you can give yourself in a healthier, healing way. God, I wish I could fan out the cards like other cool readers, but I'm not really, I'm a verbal artist, yeah. Really, really lovely. Wonderful Path of True Love reading for you. I would recommend go checking out your other signs. You know, if you're a Sag Sun, definitely go look at the moon, right? And if you're a Sag Moon, go look at your sun, right, for the divine masculine there, because sun and moon really are the more ancient symbols of divine masculine, divine feminine, where Mars and Venus are more the embodied stuff, right? Cool, cool, cool. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe. Help me get to those 1,000 plus so that I can do super live chat. Check out my description box. But most of all, may the Sagittarian Collective be blessed with all that they need on the path of true love for November 2019, to get the justice within themselves, to heal, to learn, to grow, to evolve, so that they can give of themselves, appreciate this moment and the beauty that is within them for the well-being of all. And so it is. Again, thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much. But for now, hail, farewell, and blessed be.